I'm Nikita Morel, a copywriter and marketing strategist for architects, and welcome to day 5 of 30 architecture website fixes in 30 days. Today we're going to dive deep into the world of bios. I want to share with you how you can make your bio stand out from your competitors and how you can use it to increase your likability factor. Okay, let's get started. So first impressions count. Yep, even online. So that's why your professional bio is one of the most crucial marketing materials you'll ever write. Whether it's on Twitter, LinkedIn, your online profile, or your website, your professional bio is the first thing people will read to understand who you are and what you do. It highlights and will affect how prospective clients perceive you. And let me just be honest with you for a minute. The majority of architecture bios I have seen are mainly just glorified resumes in paragraph form. They bang on about their education, their career path, all the awards they've won, all the organizations they're a part of, all the classes they tutor. Okay, so you get my drift. And I'm not saying all this isn't necessary and shouldn't be included, but today, as I go on, I'll tell you and give you a bit of insight as to what you can do to perhaps improve it. So let's go into my first example, which is Turner. So as you can see, this is their Turner Architects, an established architecture firm. They've got a beautiful people page, lovely profile shots. As you click into them, I'll go into Carl's, you can see that it's just mainly a rehash of his career path and the projects he's worked on. Carl has led teams at Turner on a wide range of master plan and commercial, etc., etc. And then down the bottom, it says he was a founding member of FutureNet, an industry networking and education forum for young professionals. So there's nothing wrong with what's there, but after reading it, you don't really get any information on what Carl does best, or his approach, or what he believes in, or what he enjoys working on. And here's another example. So Clare Cousins is one of my favourite architects going around. I'm a bit of a fangirl, and I guess that's why I got really disappointed when I saw her about page, her bio. I just really don't think it does anything for her. So as you can see, it just starts off with when she established her practice, then it moves on to some of the committees she's sat on, and then it just kind of ends in what she's up to at the moment. So yeah, I just think, Clare has so many wonderful ideas, especially she's got some great interviews with the media, and I just don't think this bio really captures the essence of what she does and her brilliant mind and approach. And here's the thing, let's face it, you may have all the qualifications in the world, won hundreds of awards, but at the end of the day, people want to work with a nice, friendly person. So you need to kind of leverage your bio to give a bit of insight as to who you are. And so how do you do this? Okay, well, here's my advice. Are you ready for it? Don't talk about yourself. Talk about your ideas. So talk about your beliefs, your design philosophy, your ideologies. It's these things that will help you go from being seen as just another architect to someone who's a leader. And let's face it, who gets paid more? I'll give you a hint, the leader. So here's an example of a practice who, in my opinion, is doing a really good job with their online bios. It's Studio 9 Architects. I'll just click into the people page. So let's look at Andrew Steele's. One thing to note is I really feel like his profile pic should be up near his copy, but we'll save that for another day. Anyways, as you can see, Andrew's bio is it can be easily read. It opens with a bit of his qualifications, but then what I love is it has sentences like, where some can be precious and defensive, he is consultative, approachable, and positive. So all of a sudden you're getting this bit of insight and this kind of direct, honest representation of what he believes in his approach. And I guess revealing some of these details, it depends on your company tone of voice, as we discussed yesterday in day 4. But what I also like is it ends on a really beautiful note. Outside of work, Andrew and his wife have their hands full raising 4 growing boys who all love sport, food, and wrestling on the couch, much like their own man does. So, his whole bio communicates his strengths very confidently without sounding boring or bragging. And I guess revealing these details, as I said, it needs to align with your company details and culture. But for prospective clients who are visiting your website for the very first time and don't know who you are, these kind of personalized tidbits offer and act as a connector. So all of a sudden you start to see Andrew as an actual person. You see him as a father. And if you're a prospective client who's just about to go meet Andrew for the first time, you can even use this as a conversation starter. And look, I'm not saying you need to include what you ate for breakfast or the personal details of your love life, but just something that creates a bit of familiarity and humanizes you. So perhaps it could be a hobby or a particular interest or something that you enjoy doing in your spare time. And it's also important to remember that when you're listing all the awards that you've won or all the industry bodies or that you've been a part of, you need to remember that your prospective clients may not be, or I would say definitely not be, in the industry. So they may not have heard about these things and place so much value on it. So whilst it's great to include the awards and that, don't make it your main focus. And I guess, same goes with your academic credentials. They're important, but they're not exclusive for you. Like, so many people graduated and got their design degree the same year as you. So it doesn't really make you different. It's your experience and your beliefs and your ideas. Like, this is what makes you different. So finishing up, I want you to take a look at your bio today. Is it a resume in paragraph form? Does it provide insight into who you are as a person? Does it tell your prospective clients what makes you unique and why they should work with you? Look, I know writing a bio is tough. You don't want to sound arrogant or boastful, yet at the same time you need to showcase your experience and achievements and personality. It's hard, I get it. So if it's been a while since you've updated your bio, or you know it needs improvement but just don't have the time or mental capacity to rewrite it, I'm more than happy to help you. So send me an email at hello@nikitamorel.com and I'll leave you with my details of my website. And yes, have a good day, and I'll see you for day 6 tomorrow.